So there's this antique shop that I went to with my fiance this weekend, and they had some comic books, and the prices were so hilarious that we're dropping a video today about it. I can't name them or show a video because I'm pretty sure they'd go out of business and I'd get sued. So here's my favorite takeaways from their insane prices in order of percentage of stupidity. This was clearly an antique store that didn't actually research anything and just blindly put a price that they thought it might be based, I think, off of the year, but also a lot of their number ones they would put a lot of money on. You'll see what I'm talking about. Beavis and Butthead number 1. It was about an 8.0. In that condition, you typically find the price tag of about $10 to $15. Well, this shop, they appropriately placed a $69 price tag. That had to have been intentional. That is 4.6 times more than the actual fair market value of that Raw. Next up, we got Avengers 18. This is the original Avengers run. It was about a 3.0 at best. In that condition, you would normally find that book with a price tag of about $20. This was priced at $114. That is 5.7 times more than the fair market value. Uncanny X-Men 137, we know it as the Death of Jean Grey. Normally in a 5.0 condition, which this was, you'd find it for about $20. They priced it at $129, which would mean it was 6.45 times more than the fair market value. G.I. Joe, Real American Hero number 2. It's the first appearance of Quinn. Apologize, I'm not the biggest G.I. Joe dude, so I don't remember who that is. About 9.0. It was one of the nicer ones. In that shape, you probably find about a $20 price tag for this book. Unless you come to this antique shop where you pay $129. A steal of a deal.
Are you kidding me?
Once again, that is 6.45 times the actual price. Adventure Comics, issue 440. Origin of the Spectre, great cover. Unfortunately, this one was only about a 6.5. You would normally expect about a $15 price tag on that book in that grade. Here, it was $149, which starts to get into the 9.9 times the FMV on that book. And it only gets worse from here. Fantastic Four, issue 184, first appearance of the Eliminator. It was about an 8.0, respectable. In that grade, you'd probably get that book for about $7. It's not a particularly large key. Well, according to this shop, $89 was the price that they wanted to put on there. That is 12.7 times too much. Next up, we got Green Lantern 182. That's when John Stewart becomes the Green Lantern. It was about a 6.5. Normally in that grade, it would probably be a $5, $6 book. Again, with the $89 price tag here, that puts us at 14.83 times too much. Next up, Demon number 1. The Kirby cover? Nope, the 1991. Remember I told you that they went a little crazy with the number ones? It was about a 6.5 grade, and they put it at $49. Well, in reality, that would probably be at a $2 to $3 book, so that is just over 16 times too expensive. Amazing Spider-Man 195. Not particularly a key at all. It was a 6.5. In that's probably like a $5 book. They listed it for $89, which comes in at 17.8 times too much. This one's a favorite of mine. Star Wars 39. It is a classic cover and partial Empire Strikes Back reprint. About a 6.0 though.
Are you
not an inch higher. And that goes for about $15 in that grade at any normal respectable shop. They decided to put $299 on there. That comes in at 19.33 times too much money. How about Dreadstar number 1? First appearance of Dreadstar. Decent book, about an 8.0. In that grade, you'd probably charge like $10. Well, no, apparently they're charging $199.
Are you kidding me?
Which comes in just a little bit more in Star Wars at 19.9 times too expensive. Werewolf by Night, not bad. Issue 28, it was only about a 4.5. It was kind of rough. For that grade, you'd probably sell it for about $4. Once again, that $89 price tag puts us at 22.25 times the FMV. And it gets worse. Adventure Comics, issue 450, about a 6.5. You would expect to get $4 out of that book. Again, not particularly a key. $89 comes in at 22.5 times the FMV. Let's keep going. G.I. Joe, Real American Hero number 3. This one was about a 9.0. Respectable. Probably, though, only worth about $5 if we're being honest. Well, they decided to charge $129 for that.
Are you insane?
That's 25.8 times the FMV. Ooh. Punisher War Journal number 6. This is the one that first caught my eye. This is the first Punisher versus Wolverine battle, and it's about a 3. About a 3.0. It was definitely on the rough side. You could charge, what, $4 or $5 for something like that? Well, they decided to charge $139, which puts us at 27.8 times too expensive. Swamp Thing issue 52, not a key, 6.5 grade, probably about a $3 book. $89 price tag, according to this shop, puts us at almost 30, but 29.6 times the actual value. Star Wars number 40, about a 6.5. You'd probably charge like $10 for a book like that. They decided to put $299, basically $300. That is 29.9 times the value. And it gets worse. Let's enter the 30 times and up. G.I. Joe number 4 and 5, actually, each of them about a 9.2. Each of them probably only worth $3. Each of them priced at $99. Each of them 33 times the actual fair market value of that raw for that grade. Whoo! Let's really get spicy here. Robin number 1, 1993. Newsstand edition, though. It's the first appearance of Redbird, Tim Drake's car. It's about an 8.0. Sure, it's fairly respectable. The fact that it's a newsstand really helps it, and that's why it's not a dollar bin book, but more like a $4 book, or apparently $149.
Are you insane?
Yeah, okay. That comes in at 37.25 times the fair market value. Next up, Amazing Spider-Man, issue 150. It's about a 7.0. It's like a $5 book, right? Well, according to them, it's $200. What? That puts us at 39.8 times too expensive. Whew! X-Men number 1 from 1991. It was not perfect. It was only about a 7.5. It had its spine ticks and its issues. Probably a $3 book, maybe even less. I mean, hell, there's so many of those printed. Well, according to them, it's $129. No! That comes in at 43 times the FMV. Adventure Comics 451. I put it at a 6.5, and it's about a $2 book. $2. They listed it for $89, coming in at 44.5 times the price you should actually be listing it for. Amazing Spider-Man issue 211. Once again, a 6.5 grade. Once again, about a $2 book. And once again with an $89 price tag, putting us right at the same as the Adventure Comics 451. 44.5 times the amount that you should charge for that. Good job. Micronauts number 12, about a 6.0. Wasn't the prettiest, and it's not a key. Completely random book, probably only worth $1, maybe. Well, they charged $49 for it. That puts us at 49 times the actual price. Keep it going. Wonder Woman Annual 7. So random. 9.2 though. I pegged it at a 9.2 with a quick glance, and it was about a $1 book, being generous. I'd say maybe even a 50-cent book. They listed it for $49. Okay, that's 49 times too expensive. Superman's Girlfriend Lois Lane, issue 134. It was about a 4.0, which is about a $3 book at best. Well, they put it at $149. That's 49.66 times too expensive. Keep it going. Superman's Girlfriend, Lois Lane, issue 131. About a 4.0. It's, again, like a $3 book. They put it at $149 just because it was, I guess, old looking. 49.66 times too expensive. Wonder Woman #1, the George Perez #1. A decent book. And it was about an 8.0. Not too shabby. Still wasn't even near mint or anything like that. Probably only about an $8 book. Well, they decided, here's where we get really stupid. $399 was the appropriate price for that. That comes in at 49.875 times that $8 price tag that they should have priced it at. Let's keep going. Legends of the Dark Knight #1. All of the color variants, mind you. But the books are practically worthless. I mean, and there were only like a 7.5. They had their spine ticks and everything. Probably worth about $5 for the one, for all 4 variants, right? Well, according to the shop, it's about $300. Okay, that's 59.8 times that $5 price tag. Whew. Okay, X-Men 15, random ass book. About a 9.2 though. Still, it's only worth about $1. They decided $89 was appropriate. Huh? That makes it 89 times too expensive. X-Men 19, another pretty random book. About a 9.2, same thing. About $1 value, they put an $89 price tag. What? That's 89 times too expensive. X-Men 22. Again, about a 9.2. It's about $1 book, and they had an $89 price tag. I think they thought it was the original X-Men run. That's my only guess here. 89 times the FMV. Here's a favorite of mine. Excalibur #1, the first appearance of Widget. Okay. It's about a 5.0. The thing was pretty beat. Maybe it's worth $2 to $3 just because it is #1 and it is a small appearance. $300 for Excalibur #1. That comes in at 99.66 times the actual fair market value of that book in that grade. Man of Steel #1 from 1986. Now this was the variant, which if you don't know, that is actually the first variant ever, technically. So it's got some historical significance. Even though it was not a perfect looking book, it was probably about an 8.5. It's probably still like a $4 to $5 book. Well, apparently it's $399. No! Okay, that is a 99.75 times that $4 increment, which is what should have been on that. We're in the top 4 now. Star Wars issue 38 was about a 6.0. It's worth about $2. They said it was worth $249. What? That is a 124.5 times the actual price tag that should have been on that book. Let's keep going. Star Wars #13, getting pretty early now. About a 6.0. Worth about $2. Honestly, look it up. They decided $300 was the appropriate price. That comes in at 149.5 times the price tag that should have been on that book. We're in the top 2 now. This one's almost my favorite, but #1 might beat this. Amazing Spider-Man Annual #28. It is a fantastic story, but it's random as all hell and not a key. It was about an 8.0. And it's worth about $1. They put that book at $199. That is 199 times the price tag that should have been on that book. And are you ready for #1? Infinity War #1. It was about a 6.0. It had spine ticks all the way up the side. It's worth about $1, and they put $399 on there. That's 400 times the FMV. Yo. You know what the funny thing was? The shop had other stuff which almost seemed normally priced too. So they did absolutely no research, or they found slab data and got confused. I don't know, but that was absolutely a blast, and also one of the few times that I actually got a good laugh out of it with my fiance, who doesn't care about this stuff at all. So anyway, guys, get out there and go to these antique shops if you ever want a good laugh, and keep on hunting. And let's do a quick word from our sponsor, Dynamite Comics, which 30 years now Dynamic Forces has been going, and we're going to celebrate it with a massive savings plan. I'll put a link here, but basically, customers can save 95% off on well over 150 issues worth of critically acclaimed and fan favorite titles. Just for $18 to get everything, fans will be walking away with an awesome haul of over 5,000 pages to dig their teeth into. We're talking The Boys, Vampirella, Red Sonja, and Mars Attacks, Nancy Drew, Garbage Pail Kids, Barbarella, tons more. Dynamite's also including several of the latest hits that have barely just hit the shelves, such as Unbreakable Red Sonja, Vampirella Mind Warp, Scarlet Sisters, Lady Hell, and others. This is an incredible bundle on digital comics, but that's not all. Dynamite and Humble Bumble are working alongside World Central Kitchen to contribute a portion of the proceeds from the sales around the world. World Kitchen is a non-profit organization that strives to provide meals to those in need in the wake of natural disasters and crises. You do not want to miss this 95% off, frankly ridiculously awesome sale.